All right, Shalom. First thing and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rachahakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakathum. And fire and division is spreading all throughout America, man. The spirit of division is turned up, okay? Chaos is ensuing already, okay? You know, we're in, what is it, what's today's date, the 9th? Yeah, we're the 9th day of the year, okay, which this didn't even happen today. This happened yesterday or the day before. And it's all hell's breaking loose, you know? Not everywhere, but in places that count, in places that matter, okay? Now, this video I'm getting ready to play, it says, California wildfires. Trump blames Governor Newsom for water problems, calls it a true tragedy. So there's a lot of blaming going back and forth going on, all right? And there's a lot of finger pointing, all right? This is part of the division, because Trump himself is in the middle of a controversy where his base is divided. The MAGA nation is divided. These Trump supporters are confounded on the people that Trump has put in his cabinet, his response to the H-1B thing, okay, and the sides that he's choosing, even though he felt the opposite, you know, when he ran the first time, all right? And watch this woman called Whitney Webb, man. Wherever she does an interview, she brings out pretty good information pretty much everywhere she goes. I've seen her on Jimmy Dore. I've seen her on a few other, you know, places of podcasts, you know, where she goes into all of this guy's ties, Trump, okay, about how he's tied in with Soros, and Soros owed him a favor, and they think that he's some big left-wing boogeyman, but he owns everybody, man. That's how this thing works. There ain't no sides here, okay, at the top for elites, okay. This is a class thing, okay. And I was watching the video, a brother posted it, I believe it's Arrows and Indignation. He said it. You know, white people are about to find out what it's like to be black. You know, you're about to find out what it's like to just be in a permanent underclass, okay, of society, which is what we are. It wasn't a meritocracy, meaning it's based on your merit, your ability to do things, and that's what America would have you to believe. Anybody can achieve anything. If you're an American, you come here, you work hard. It's a meritocracy. If you have the merit and to do it, there's no limit to what you can earn. That's just bullshit, man. Okay. There are classes, there are secret societies, there are circles and networks that your ass can't get in, okay? They gave me $20 billion in cash. I can't just go up and buy an NFL team, okay? And the NFL is a club, man, okay? That's an order. Those owners of the NFL, that commissioner, that league, it don't matter if you got enough money to buy an NFL team. If they don't know you, you ain't getting in, because that's how America really works. Okay, it ain't about being a hard worker or being smart or intelligent. Okay, this place is highly deceptive, it's demonic, and the covering cast is getting ready to break. As a matter of fact, let me get that real quick in Isaiah 25 before I go on too long without a precept. Isaiah 25. Here. Yep, I just go to the point, verse 7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people. Okay, the veil that is spread over all nations. So this place is a veil. Okay, and now the division, they started off, you know, it's kind of like you have a crack in your windshield. You know, it may start off like a little tiny amount in a crack, but over time, you know, you go through a few years of a hot summer and a cold winter, and that heat and that cold is contracting, and eventually that crack is going to spread and it's going to run, and eventually you're going to have to take care of it. You're going to have to replace that windshield, man. See, there were always cracks in America, okay? Really, the whole hegemony. That's what Daniel the 2nd chapter is about, okay? But this division spirit is turned up, okay? And you're going to see more natural disasters like this, like the fires, and what does the chaos do? Okay, to a divided nation. okay? The same thing heat does to a cracked windshield, okay? it exacerbates the problem, okay? The fissure, it gets worse and worse and worse, man, okay? That's what you have going on, okay? That's what you have going on, okay? So this place is a covering cast. Let's play this.
What's happening in California is a true tragedy. I know those areas very well. I have many friends living in those houses. That is a true tragedy. The biggest homes, some of the most valuable homes in the world now are just destroyed. I don't even know. You talk about a tax base. If those people leave, you're going to lose half your tax base of California. This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor, and you could say the administration. They don't have any water. They didn't have water in the fire hydrants. They don't have water. And yet they have, the water comes from, you know where? Up north. And it comes down in levels. They get millions and millions of barrels of gallons of water that they have, and they send it out into the Pacific. For the Pacific, it's like a drop. It's nothing. But for California, we take care of the whole state. So what's happened is a tragedy, and the governor has not done a good job. With that being said, I got along well with him. When he was governor, we worked together very well, and we would work together. I guess it looks like we're going to be the one having to rebuild it. But
that's basically it on that. But notice what he said, they don't have water. And water has been an issue in California for quite some time. They have these little periods of drought. They don't get a lot of rain, especially in the southern parts of California, okay? It's known for its great weather, but that great weather has a trade-off, which means there's not a lot of rain. And not having a lot of rain is not good. That's why you have a lot of dry areas, a lot of desert, regions. And if you go out into some particular hills of parts, the rural parts of California, you'll see it's pretty dry land. There are parts of it that's green, and you can grow a lot of things there. It's a great climate. It's good for growing, in the mountains. You can grow grapes, like the grapes in California. The wine from California is pretty good, Napa Valley. But they're not known for having copious amounts of water, despite being on the Pacific Ocean, okay? And what do you think is going to happen, okay? When they have a real water shortage, okay? What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to bring that water to the poor neighborhoods? You think they're going to Crenshaw, give you, or Inglewood, okay, to give water to people? No, that water is going straight to the elites, the Hollywood Hills, okay, Calabasas, all right, parts of the the valley. I don't know Cali extremely well, but I know particular regions and parts of it. Those people are going to be fine, because that's where the water's going to go. And wait till people don't have water, man. You're gonna see violence break out, okay? Okay. There was a point where they were telling people you can't water your lawn because they didn't have enough water. Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud, he shall come into Egypt. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And how is he going to do that? Through the chariots, man. Now, I haven't seen the video, but the elder mentioned that there were chariots going on, that, brothers suspect that, could be the cause of these fires. Me personally, I think it's convenient with all of these Holly weirdos. There's no telling what they got hidden in those hills, man. The what they call the hills, the Beverly Hills. You have Hollywood Hills. You have basically parts of it that sits up on basically hills and mountain ranges where a lot of these elites stay, these celebrities, there's a lot of wickedness going. Hollywood, they had open secrets of demonic activity going on. These actresses and actors knew about. And I was watching the guy, was it lead attorney? He was saying, I don't see how all of them don't get subpoenaed. I don't see how all of them don't get subpoenaed. Everybody you can think of on television, maybe save for maybe a small handful, and I mean handful, that wasn't involved, but vast majority of people, they were involved in this shit, man. Okay. You know, so it could be some kind of cover up. You know, I speak as I speculate. You know, but we know Esau has a scorched earth policy, and he ain't just going out like that. You know, this could be a play to get in front of, you know, information that they can't stop from coming out, because Esau has enemies too. You know, you have hackers that are not a part of America. You have Chinese hackers, you have Russian hackers. Okay. All kind of ways this information can come out. Remember that guy Julian Assange? Okay, what happened to him when he was telling the truth about things? You know, so there's many angles that this thing could go. It could most certainly be the chariots, you know, doing it. We'll see, we'll find out. All right, but this is Isaiah chapter 19. Verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. All right, now Trump mentioned the water comes from the north. Now, what happens if the people in the north were like, no, we're going to save our water, you know, we ain't going to give it to y'all? And what do you think is going to happen? All right, people have crashed out over way less, man. Okay. Remember, Esau had a civil war because one side wouldn't share with the other side. You know, it was basically over slave labor and economics. You know, the South was getting too rich too fast and had too much power too fast, and they started telling the North, well, you can't tell me what to do. Y'all, we pay y'all taxes. You know, in the Union and the Confederates, they fought, man. You know, they fought each other to the death. So this spirit of division has never really not been in America, but there are particular events that can exacerbate it. Okay, he's lulled you to sleep, making you think that you're unified. Okay, this is what DEI is all about. All right, he's trying to make it seem like different cultures and ethnicities can just get along in one nation, and that's just not true. Melting pots do not work, man. Homogenous nations are the best way to go. It's not that you can't have foreigners in your land, as we did. But by and large, the infrastructure is for the homogenous people, the state. Okay? You can't have a person from a Muslim in your cabinet, and then a Buddhist, and then a Christian, you know? You got one believing the ancestors, and they all are making executive decisions over the whole land. It ain't gonna work. Eventually, one side is gonna seek to fill its own belly and have its own interests fulfilled, man, and it's gonna crumble. And it's just happened before, man. The Greeks, the Romans, they all did this. This is a consequence of imperialism. You go around conquering a bunch of nations of different people, all right? They don't really assimilate. They all pay taxes because under the threat of violence, but they're not really assimilated. Their minds they're not invested in it, man. They're still a so-called Indian. They're still a so-called African. They're still a so-called Guatemalan, okay? Go to high school, you can see people naturally self-segregate, man. Okay? People naturally go with the people that look closest to them, okay? And so this spirit of division is getting ready to exacerbate, all right? It says, verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. All right, so people are going to be in dire straits. They're going to pray to their gods to deliver them out of this. Right now, these women just think, inflation and groceries are high. It's about to get way worse than that. You about to have to do something real strange for a little piece of change, okay? And there's nobody coming to save you, man, because you're rebellious, okay? You're out of order. And this is the will of the Heavenly Father, which we 1000% endorse, man. You know, verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. Okay, you're about to see draconian measures get put out into the earth, man. Okay, you can saw how that guy Elon Musk was talking. I did a video about it a while ago. That nigga's a straight demon, man. He's an emotional demon. Okay, So get ready, okay? Because you people were lied to, man. The American dream, they got your ass. All right. I'll look into more. See if I can find more details on the California wildfires. You know, and Esau's never gonna let the full truth come out. You ain't just gonna see it in the news, you know. And it's part of the reason why TikTok is under scrutiny, and you know, somebody's trying to buy it, but they really want to ban it because they can't control it, you know. So you have to kind of you know, put pieces together from people that put information out on there, you know. Anyway, and to get there, man, Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rachah Shalom, Kom Yasharallah. On to the next.